it. I made him one movie, my movie, called Religulous. I don't know if you ever heard
I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
It was great.
It is great. I mean, Larry Charles, the brilliant director who did Borat and Bruno, he and we went and did this movie 15 years ago. Wow, seems...
Was that Lionsgate that distributed that?
And I mean, first of all, nobody would do it today, but only Lionsgate would do it back then. I will always be so indebted to them because...
I feel the same way.
I mean, my ex-manager at the time, Brad Gray, was head of Paramount. And of course, we were close, and he was like, we could do it. And I said, you know what? You know what will happen, Brad, is that people will start to complain and say, if you release this movie, or blah, 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 show it here, do that, then we're not going to support X, Y, and Z. And they had, Mission Impossible franchise and stuff. They had pressure to put on them. Lionsgate alone was like, fuck all you. We're going to put this movie out. Now, they wouldn't show it in many states. Probably the ones where you can't get an abortion.
Right, yeah. Probably the ones where it wouldn't have performed. But
it did great. It was, at the time it came out, it was the 7th most successful documentary ever made.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it did really, really. But, of course, the material was going to be offensive to any religious people, which is still most of the country. And even though it was not mean-spirited, it was not looking down on Christians or, we one of the first places we went was a truck stop church outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. Truckers, and it's a little shed out in the parking lot.
Right.
And they have a mass there, and they, and I spoke to them there, and one guy walked out right away.
Right.
It was like, if you're making fun of my God, man, I don't want any part, but the other one stayed, and we had a really good dialogue.
Interesting.
They weren't, we wound up hugging it out, and,
Do you feel like you learn anything from that audience when you talk to people from that space?
I'm always up for learning something. I mean, my favorite 3 words are, I don't know, because if I say that, I always learn something. So, if you can tell me, usually it's the other way around, quite frankly, because people, they're religious, they don't know anything about their own religion. Hey, thanks for watching the clip. Hit the subscribe button now so you never miss out on our Club Random content that's posted daily.